the theme being these veterans are all around you, okay? And especially these Vietnam veterans. I've got in my little condo complex, condominium complex down here in Arizona, I've got maybe four Vietnam vets. It's an over 55 residence, Val, but probably four. But I just want to again, this is especially for younger people, ask questions. I was sitting and I was not a very happy guy. I was sitting in my cell phone store where I had purchased my new cell plan, and I was in there and going through pretty long wait. Won't get into that. Okay, won't get into that. But I'm sitting there for 45 minutes. I'm sitting there, and this guy walks in the front door, and he's the grizzled, haggard guy. He looks like he came right out of the shop or something. He came in. He was limping bad. He had a cane. He was limping bad, and he came in, and I don't think he was a happy guy either with the telephone service. But he came in, and we encountered each other again. Make eye contact with folks out there in the world. Don't be afraid to say hi now and then. Because he walked over and I said, hey, there's a seat here that's cool in the air conditioning where we can both wait for 45 minutes, right? But he walked over and sat down. We had a nice chat. And it turns out, very quickly, I found out that he was a sniper. And he was a sniper, and it turns out that he was my age. He was in the 60s. Wasn't that old. But he was a sniper, and he was a sniper. He worked for the government, and his claim to fame that he was the main sniper for Ronald Reagan events twice. Isn't that great? I'm sitting there saying, are you kidding me? Because we all learned about that kind of stuff, protection stuff at Butler, PA, okay? But anyhow, apparently he had a perfect track record. But I'm saying, are you kidding me? Seriously? And I just say this because these are the conversations you can have. I'm saying, are you kidding me? You're a sniper for X number of years. You're now retired. You're in really bad shape. It turns out his back, I'd never heard this before. His back literally was not only fused, but it was completely replaced. All of his spine was completely replaced with, I don't know the medical technology there. But I was quizzing him, as you can imagine, Val, me quizzing someone, queries. And I said, okay, you're a sniper, X number of years. And he did multi-tours. He was busy, I think, going around the world, okay? And there's two things he wouldn't answer to me because I said, that's fascinating. Oh, yeah, this is it. I can't believe it. He came out of rural America. It was one of these stories. That's right. It was one of these stories where he was a great shot when he was 5 years old, okay? So he came out and the military recruited him. That's what it was. And he ended up competing in the worldwide sniper contest. This is great. I said, you have a what? Oh, yeah, worldwide sniper contest. And they're like, I don't know, like 1,000 guys that come from around the world. And he placed 7th. And I asked him, okay, because of that distance and stuff, he was talking like 2,000 yards and stuff, 100% accuracy, I said, okay, of the top 10 guys that won that international competition as snipers, because I bet there's some real good shooters there, right? And from around the world. So you get the Russian guys, they're all snipers. I said, how close together were you as the top 10? And he said, dude, when you're at that level, we're all top 10s. It's just a matter of whether you had one extra coffee that day or whatever. And he had only two questions he wouldn't answer was what his name was and how many people he killed. He wouldn't go near that. But the message through this, and I do have more about this guy, it was amazing. Boy, he was pissed off at that phone company. But never underestimate a guy who walks in with a cane. Don't let looks blind you, and realize everybody is special. Everybody has their story. If you just ask. So,